Today I'm sharing my top 5 favorite recipes of 2021. They're going to be healthy and delicious and WW friendly if you're on WW. If you're not, that's okay. These are still going to be healthy, delicious, and easy recipes. If you are on WW, check out the description below. I will include links to the recipe builder for each recipe. That way your points for your personalized plan will be automatically calculated for you. I have 2 kids, I'm a wife, and my kids are 9 months and 2.5 years old. I like to cook easy and healthy meals for them. So let's go ahead and get started. 4 of these recipes I did include in other previous videos, but one is brand new. I'm really excited to share these recipes with you. They're all really delicious, family friendly, and healthy. The first thing I'm going to make is this baked gnocchi. This is just like gnocchi that's fresh, along with some veggies and chicken sausage that I've just kind of thrown in a baking sheet and baked it. We love this. It's really tasty. It's super easy as well. So the first thing I'm doing is chopping up all the veggies. So I'm chopping up onion, the broccoli, zucchini, and the chicken sausage. I'm leaving the chicken sausage a little bit in like bigger chunks just because they'll cook really fast, faster than everything else. But you can use like whatever veggies you have, whatever meat you have. I've made it with just the gnocchi and broccoli, and without any meat. You could just do the gnocchi and the chicken sausage. You can do like chicken breast. It's really versatile. It's really easy, and we love it. I'm adding everything to the sheet pan. I'm also doing some tomatoes that I've rinsed. These are cherry tomatoes, but I don't have to, cut them. So I'm adding everything, and then I'm going to season it. First, I'm going to use butter and olive oil. The mix of butter and olive oil is just really, really good. It adds like a really nice depth of flavor. And then for seasonings, I'm using Italian seasoning. I used extra basil and oregano, and then garlic, salt, and pepper. You can also use red pepper flakes if you'd like a little more heat, but we just don't prefer that in this house. Once everything is evenly coated in all of the butter and olive oil and seasonings, I'm going to bake it. So I'm going to bake it at 400 for 30 to 40 minutes. For our oven, it took about 40 minutes, but you could do it however long you need to with your oven. And this is how it looks when it's all done. I mean, we all like this. Even our baby and our toddler liked different portions of this. But I also added fresh basil on top as it came out, and you could add like fresh mozzarella or like parmesan or anything like that, just to add a little bit of cheesiness. This is super tasty, really fresh and healthy and delicious. This next recipe is so easy. These are corned beef and cheese crescents. It's just 3 ingredients, but it's really versatile. You can use any meat and cheese you want. You can use like peanut butter and jelly, or really anything like refried beans and cheese, anything you'd like. And we like it. It's just super easy. It has a lot of flavor. I love kind of baking meat and cheese in this sort of bread or like biscuit form, just because it gets kind of crispy on the outside, but it's really tender. It just has tons of flavor. So I'm using reduced fat crescent rolls. I'm rolling them out. I'm just kind of breaking them into the croissant or crescent form. And I'm adding corned beef that I got from the deli, as well as Parmesan cheese. And I'm rolling them back up. And then I'm going to bake them in the oven. I just used the baking instructions on the back and cooked them at like 375 for 11 to 13 minutes, just until I thought they were a little golden and the meat was warm and the cheese was melted. I mean, these were super good, super easy, and we love them. We love these veggie burritos. So it just makes a ton of food. I mean, there are quite a few steps just because there are like a lot of spices and seasonings that are added, and I doubled the recipe, so it's just a ton of food. But like I said, we absolutely love it. We've made it 3 or 4 times. But I'm starting with the refried beans. So I used 2 different types of beans, black and pinto. There's a whole bunch of seasonings. There's like cilantro, fresh lime juice. This is light sour cream, but I've used non-fat Greek yogurt, and that works really well also. I just kind of blended it up, and then you do need to cook it on the stove, but you can do that while you're cooking your veggies. So for the veggies, I did use all of these peppers, onions, zucchini, but you can use whatever's in season. Like I've used sweet potato, butternut squash, really anything that you'd like. Or you can skip on the veggies if you don't want to use the veggies. But I did grill them here. It was the summertime, but if you're living somewhere where it's cold like us, you might not want to go outside to grill right now. So you can also roast your veggies. I've done that as well. But there are a ton of good seasonings on these veggies. Like there's honey, chili powder, garlic powder, oregano, salt, pepper, paprika, cumin. They're just super well seasoned and really delicious. So here are those beans. And while they're cooking, I'm going to work out on the grill. So I'm grilling the veggies now. And like I said, I roasted them as well. But going back to these beans, I don't even like refried beans, but I love these beans. They're just so amazing. I mean, I just love them. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of build the burrito now with these ingredients. So I'm starting with the burrito sized tortillas. I'm adding the refried beans. I'll add the veggies on top of that, the rice, and then some cheese and some arugula. So this is kind of like fairly high in points. You can have half of it if you'd like, but I feel like for dinner, I mean, it's nice to have kind of a big, satisfying dinner with lots of veggie, but it's great. I love tacos. I love burritos. You could add chicken. You could add ground beef, really anything you'd like. And I mean, this is great to freeze. It's great for leftovers. It'd be great to share. I'd highly recommend you making this. We did go ahead and cook these on the grill. We've also cooked them on the skillet. I think kind of a crispy burrito just kind of adds that extra layer of greatness. It's just so good. But try these out if you'd like. Next, let's make Instant Pot spaghetti with meat sauce. These are all of the ingredients that you need. So few ingredients. I love this recipe because it's so simple, but so tasty. So first, it's made in an Instant Pot, but you could definitely just make it on the stove. So I'm cooking up the ground beef. I'm taking out the excess fat with just a paper towel. And then I'm adding all of the seasonings. So I added extra seasonings than what the recipe called for, but it's like onion powder, garlic powder, salt, Italian seasoning. I added basil and oregano. Then you add the pasta. I did read reviews saying to crisscross the pasta, so I did that. Then I added just the can of diced tomatoes, some spaghetti sauce. I used rouse and then water. Then you cook it on the Instant Pot. And when you open it up, it's going to be a little bit watery, but I did read that you just kind of stir it up. And after a few minutes, it's just the perfect consistency. And I would agree. I mean, pasta is so easy, but making an actual meat sauce does take a little bit more work. But I found this Instant Pot recipe to just be so simple. We really like this recipe, and you can't go wrong with a good spaghetti dish. So I hope you try this one as well. Next, I'm going to be showing Copycat egg bites. So I feel like I had to include like some sort of eggs because I just love eggs, but I used Gruyere cheese, so I shredded that up, and then I added everything to a blender. So the cheese, I added egg whites, I added whole eggs, some whipped cream cheese, salt, pepper, and then I just blended it all up until everything was really smooth. It took probably about like 20 or 30 seconds. At this point, I did add the diced green chilies. I didn't want to blend them up. And then I went ahead and I kind of lined my muffin tray with these silicone liners. You can use like whatever you'd like. And I poured the mixture in. I really like eggs. You can just do regular egg bites and just, hand whip the eggs. You could add any sort of like meat, any kind of cheese, any kind of veggies. I just kept it really simple. And then I baked these in the oven at 300 for about 30 minutes. I did put like a tray with water underneath it, and that allows the eggs just to stay really light and fluffy, which are similar to the Starbucks egg bites. You don't have to use the water, you can just go ahead and bake them, but it won't be quite as like light and fluffy. This is just such a great breakfast option. The final recipe in my favorite recipes of 2021 is this right here, the lemon ginger juice shot. So these are all the ingredients, and it doesn't like cure any sickness or prevent it, but
You know, I do think it's just a nice, refreshing thing to drink first thing in the morning. I don't actually drink coffee, and so I kind of like this first thing in the morning. Like I said, I've made it a handful of times. It's really good. So this is fresh ginger. I just chopped it up. You don't have to peel it or anything. I've already added juice of lemons, and then I also add some cayenne, and this is coconut water, and then I'm adding some apple cider vinegar, and then you just blend it up. And then once it's completely blended, you will have some like um, pulp, I guess, of ginger. And so what I do is I just put that in a strainer and I press down and I get the rest of the ginger juice out of there. It's like just kind of wakes you up. It's not like an amazing, it's a pretty surprising taste. It's very bright and spicy, but we really enjoy it in this house. I really hope you enjoyed all of these recipes. Don't forget to subscribe if you did.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. I do post every single week. I do a lot of meal prep, what I eat in a day, and just kind of general WW recipes. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.